allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, so we'll start with we have two properties tonight, and we'll start with the first one, which is 421 Midland Avenue. And if you'd like to introduce yourself, we have a microphone here if you'd like to use it too.
You can talk to that.
It's up to you. And if you could just describe to us what it is that you're doing and anything else you'd like to tell us about the project.
It's a one-story addition on the back of a 19th century house on Midland Avenue. And it's surrounded on three sides by 19th century homes. And behind it is, can you see that?
Excuse me, Nick, is that
This is on.
No.
How's that? Is that on?
That's good. Also, these monitors aren't working.
When we switched over this past weekend, the monitors and the screen were one of the casualties that haven't been fixed yet.
Oh, okay. Well, at least we have one working. Could you just show everyone the picture of the front of the house, this one that we have in our packet?
That's the front of the house.
Okay,
And it's
great.
it's one of 7 in Wayne. But this one's a little different because it has this very elaborate porch system on it that the others don't. So the property backs up to the public park and a medical office, so it's backing up to the commercial district and surrounded on three sides by 19th century homes of the same vintage. And let's see, this pedestrian walkway, which is a Radnor easement back to the park, back in here along the side. And I don't think there's anything pertinent other than that on the plot plan. The addition is entirely behind the house. And this is the view, it's in your package, but the view from the back, that's the view from the back.
Mm-hmm.
And the view from the side, and the other two are you know, that's the view from the front yard. But they're essentially all looking at the same type of house.
Excuse me, Nick, that plan that you have showing on there now, please turn that over.
Turn this over?
No, the next one.
Turn it over?
Nothing inside, exterior only, please.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
we don't want to give the someone the details or layout of the interior of your home.
Yeah, we are only looking at the exterior of the house, too. So you don't need to explain to us too much about the interior.
Okay, so in terms of what the project is,
Yeah, yeah.
it doesn't matter?
Well, we're looking at the exterior
Yeah.
only. Yeah.
Okay. So this is existing of the rear of the house. And I want to combine that with this. The details that we're trying to pick up on the house, it has this existing salt box dormer on it, and a feature that the owners liked the best about the house is this kind of unusual triple gables on the front. With the detail of that, if you can see it in the picture, is it's very unusual because it brings kind of a rake and then a fascia piece. The trim piece breaks across the front, and then this part of the rake is actually a shingle detail. So we're trying to pick up that detail and bring it back into our addition, along with this salt box dormer. We're trying to combine the two together. So let me So this is what we're proposing for the rear. So what we're going to do, what we want to do is we're going to maintain this existing porch that's on the side and extend it slightly, and pull out this existing gable that's at on the back, which is here. And let me give you the photograph of that as well. So you can see it pretty well in that photo. There's been several additions on the house, as usual, in the back of these places. It has a large existing shed addition here, and then a gabled porch that is overframed across the shed addition. So what we're trying to do is pick up that detail off of this salt box piece and bring the front gables around to the back to do this double gabled piece right there. So essentially, we're picking up the details from the front of the house, the details from the back of the house, and trying to equalize them.
So is the back of the house an addition, do you know, or was it?
Yeah, the back of the house is 3 additions. 3.
Oh.
3 existing additions.
Okay.
And we're actually trying to build this in such a way that they don't, because it's a master suite or a first floor bedroom for a relative, but we're actually trying to make it so it ends up as it can be a family room in the future, so that this house does not get another addition on it.
It doesn't look as though any of it is going to be visible from the street, am I
No,
correct?
it's completely behind the
Right.
house.
Yeah.
Although some of the people in the doctor's offices might be
Well, the
upset
people in
by
the
the
park,
construction noise.
Dr. Hugler's ghost is going to see it.
No, but seriously, it's backing up to a commercial district, and I think that would have some,
Say it again?
it's backing up to a commercial district.
Right.
So that people in the back will not be
Will
impacted.
not be seeing anything, exactly. It's just park and the doctor's office.
And
And it's all tucked in
Right,
on both sides, so it doesn't even extend out to the sides.
Right.
And partly is because of this huge porch structure that reaches, way beyond. I mean, it's cool. It's one of the coolest houses in Wayne.
It
reaches
wraps.
way beyond both sides, and it's a screened porch on one side. But we're not even coming past the back. We're not even coming past that on either
Right.
side. You can see it in this. You can see that.
And then,
It's,
what are the materials similar to the existing materials? What are you using for the facade?
Actually, the house unfortunately is completely finished in Certainty double sevens, which is so it's the whole house all the way around done that way, but the rest of it is all we're going to do it in essentially exactly what the way the house is made now, except for. And we use Azek mostly on the outside of houses now. We rarely put any wood on the exterior. The overhangs, the undersides are going to be wood. The posts are going to be wood. There's kind of a bit of a, that craftsman post and beam pieces going on in the porches in the front, particularly. We're going to pick those up in the two back porches. Actually, this existing back porch, which we're keeping a lot of, has a lot of that to begin with.
There's some shingle detailing, it's shingle,
Yes, the same.
same shape shingles.
Yeah, because they have that half-round,
Yes.
double road half-round shingles in the front as well. And we had a bit of a struggle because the house has half has corner boards and half doesn't. So we were going back and forth as to whether to use them or not, because it's woven shingles in the front, but most of the existing back of the house is corner boards, and the client actually kind of leaned towards them anyway, so so we ended up putting them in.
Nice.
So on the back of this, when you go up the steps, that's indenting to an entrance. Is that right? On the
Yes.
rear facade?
Yeah, that's actually the existing steps, or a portion of the existing steps and the existing rear, so it is indented in. So if you look at I'll show it to you from the side. So this side right here, and there's a new little porch on the other side, but this side right here, that's the existing, hold on. You can see all of those in it. So that's the existing porch right there. And what we're going to do is keep most of that porch. Some of it's going to go away. We're going to keep the steps and bring the addition kind of out behind it. So we're really just stretching this detail out.
Yeah. Then it looks like are you doing a stone foundation?
Say it again?
Are you doing a stone foundation?
Yeah, we have the existing that existing stone pier we're going to keep, and then which is right there, and then we're going to do it's up out of the ground quite high. It's almost like a water table. It's pretty high, so it needs it. The only reason we wouldn't do it is if the client decides their money is running thin. But I couldn't imagine this without it. It really is quite. It's a good. It's like 53 inches off the ground or something, 40, something like that. It's quite high. So we're going to do a similar stone to what's there, which is mostly granite.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions or? No? Is there any public comment? 2 people in the audience? Okay. Would someone then like to make a motion to recommend a certificate of appropriateness?
I would make a motion that we recommend
Thank you.
a certificate of appropriateness. What a lovely word.
Second? All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, the motion is passed. I just need to tell you, though, that this is just a recommendation that we make to the Board of Commissioners, but the Board of Commissioners makes the final decision. So I'm not sure when their next meeting is, but they will.
Do you know when they meet next?
Monday.
Oh,
Quick, that's fine.
good.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
great.
good. Well, it's a nice project. And, I think, as you said, there were 7 houses that are similar, and they all seem to have had some kind of addition done in the back.
We did the one on the corner of Aberdeen, the McManus's, across from St. Catherine's on the corner of Aberdeen and Luella.
Oh, yeah.
And
It's beautiful,
call it
yeah.
addition. It's the second house we built behind it, so so
Good.
I'm used to the house. I think this is the 3rd one I've done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, third one of these houses. Thanks.
Okay, well, thank you. Okay, our next project is, where's my Poplar, 210 Poplar Avenue. Okay, so would you introduce yourself? Tell us.
My name is Lance Hannum.
Oh, and also if you could use we have 2 of them. We have another one. You can each have one.
One's good. He'll do most of it.
My name is Lance Hannum,
Okay.
John McKenzie.
and we are proposing that the lot on 210 Poplar Avenue, we are demoing the 2nd floor and adding a master bedroom.
Okay.
The footprint will be the same. We're using.
Could you, excuse me?
Are you familiar with the neighborhood?
Yes.
Okay.
But just for people, if anyone is watching on TV, could you just show them what it is now? I think do you have a drawing of it? Or?
We submitted some pictures.
This is the current.
Yeah, we submitted some pictures of the existing house now,
That's the
and
existing house.
the neighbors next to it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Thank you.
Here we go, Lance. I got it here.
Okay.
This is. Here we go. And then I guess that is what it's going to be.
This house, by the way, is not a contributing structure to the historic district. And the reason we're reviewing it is that we look at the massing But the house was, when was the house built in the current house, do you know?
I'm assuming maybe the 60s?
60s
That's
or
what I thought
70s?
too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you don't see many houses with the shed roof
right.
look and all that.
Yeah, so I think that what we are looking at really is what the new massing will be like in terms of, and the architectural detail in terms of the neighborhood also, you know.
So,
So that's what we'll be looking at.
you want to see this rendering a little bit closer for yourselves?
Oh,
This is and I think on page 2, this is the neighboring houses.
Is that what is,
This is the.
this is the proposed?
Plan, yes. This is just the color and.
View from the right.
Artistic rendering of our plans.
Here's the neighbor house, front view of the neighbor house to the right.
It'd be a huge,
And
Huh?
it'd be a huge amount of work.
let's see. It's nice, though.
two doors down, they just got done
Very hard design to work with.
redoing that house, two doors down.
Okay, and it looks like most of the homes you're showing are
Not-
gable
yeah,
end
Not the
homes,
next
so.
one, but the next one over, they just got
The
done
same
doing
thing.
that house.
Oh, looks great, so it's very fitting with the gable end, and the porch is beautiful, yeah, love it.
Yeah.
You couldn't, it's interesting to show you how far we've come.
No, it feels fitting for the neighborhood.
Yeah, I think it is. In terms of the height of the house, is it similar to other houses in the neighborhood?
Yes, like, if you look right here, this is the house next to it,
That's the house to the right.
to the right of it.
Okay.
So it's going to look the same as in saying, obviously, right now, it's a kind of an oddball. It's kind of an, basically, it's an oddball
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
So we're proposing after it's done, it's going to have the same kind of roof structure it is now. The gable end is going to have the cement board shake
Like a cedar shake.
siding with Aztec
Aztec.
gable ends. We're not going outside the footprint.
Removing one garage and
One garage,
turning it
yes.
into a,
Yes, this would be a single car garage now instead of a double car garage.
and having more of a traditional front door on the house, you know, instead
Okay.
of right now
On
you
the
go.
side.
Right.
You go
Right.
down
Yeah.
the side.
And
which
right
is
now, right now, the
Asphalt, I believe.
asphalt sidewalk goes down the side of the house.
Yeah, extra pictures?
Put this up next to it so people can see the before and after.
Yep,
Is that one on there?
I do.
Most of the houses in that section, and I'm remembering from a historic district map that I have, on that side of the street were built between, really in the first decade of the 19th century, and their columns were more like that than the earlier, more Victorian houses, which date back to the 1880s. So there was a transformation in the way the columns were built. That would more match the way they were built at the turn of the century.
Just
Right.
what the house looks like, yeah. And are you adding the chimney?
Yeah.
We're gonna take the chimney up the whole way on the left-hand side.
Which is fitting, which other homes
Yes.
there have. That's good.
Yeah, to me, the massing and the placement of, the proportions seem really appropriate to the rest of the neighborhood. And I don't think that, you know, we certainly aren't looking for something that looks like it should be exactly like the other houses or of the same exact period when the other houses were built, because it's new construction. But the massing really looks nice. I think in the neighborhood itself. And I think the materials fit in with other houses in the neighborhood. I mean, I think it's a huge improvement myself.
It flows a little bit better in that,
Look at the columns
in that,
and you'll see
That
the-
whole
Block.
street, exactly. You won't, your eye won't stop in a
Yes.
bad way, but in a nice way.
Right.
yeah, like this one doesn't belong there. I mean,
Exactly. No, it's
Yeah.
true, but it will still feel, I think, like Andrew was saying, like new in the sense it just has new materials that whatever it'll feel, which is the right thing to do when you're rehabilitating.
There was one recently, probably 5 houses down on the left, that was recently kind of redone. I'm sure they had to come, and
Yes.
they did a nice job, and that's kind of what we kind of copied
That's-
off of,
That's good, because
in a way.
the windows, I like the windows, how you
It's not in there.
chose.
Yeah.
Good windows.
The windows are nice.
No, I'm liking it a
The
lot.
configuration.
Good addition, good piece of the neighborhood to keep the flavor.
It's a great street, and
It
it's a
is.
great area of, that
Yeah.
area, that part of Wayne.
So I'm sorry, could you just clarify, on the site plan, you've got the proposed addition. Is that all just porch, or is that actually?
So this is, they have,
Oh,
when
could
you
you,
come in the
excuse
driveway-
me, could you use the microphone?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
Sure. You want me to put this on?
Yeah,
Do it on
sure.
the-
Yeah.
I don't have that thing. We just got it resurveyed.
So the black area,
Mhm.
where it says proposed building addition, is currently asphalt.
Okay,
So it's just going to be like a deck, basically like a wood
okay,
walkway
Oh, I
instead,
see what
instead
you're
of the
saying.
asphalt.
okay.
They made the asphalt come all the way down the driveway and took it down to the front door, which is now on the side of the house, which is, the front door is currently around here. Where my finger is.
And are you
So it's-
dressing up the sides of the house as well, in the back, or is this purely the front?
Are we doing what?
Are you kind of dressing up the sides of the house, the back as well?
The sides will be the same materials used as the front. We're not gonna,
Okay,
yes. Everything's going to be
everyone's.
remodeled and new.
Okay.
That's not one where you have to worry about the back either.
Right. Mhm. Thank you.
The back has a lot of bamboo and, yeah.
I don't know if it's a train or something, there's something in the
Yeah.
middle there.
Yes.
Is that what it is, the train tracks are behind it?
That looks really good.
Does anyone have any questions or any other comments?
The neighbors will be grateful.
I think the neighbors will be grateful, too. And I guess there's no public comment since there's no one in the audience. So, would someone like to recommend a certificate of appropriateness? Make a motion for.
I'd like to make a motion to recommend a certificate of appropriateness for 210 Poplar Ave as plans show.
Thank you. Great.
All in favor? Oh, who, would
Seconded.
second it? Sorry. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? No.
Thank you.
So the motion is passed. And again, just to let you know, this is a recommendation to the commissioners. It's not a final approval. But Monday night, they'll look at the plans and look at our recommendation at the commissioners' meeting.
Should we drop off a picture of the colored rendering that I showed you kind of from our phone?
Uh,
Would that help? I mean, or is it good enough? It's good enough? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you. Do
Are
we?
you- do you own the house, or are you?
I do.
Flipping it?
I
Do you own,
most likely going to sell it.
most likely?
Yeah. We do have a partner involved in it, our realtor, that may want to keep it for himself and his
Oh,
family.
really?
but He says that about me. But no, thank you.
Okay. Is there any old business to discuss?
It doesn't appear that anyone is here to bring up.
No, I don't think so. No new business, obviously. So,
Is this a polling place? Is
yeah.
Township building?
Well, I think this is it, so the meeting is now adjourned.